Good day, this is Teacher Rowan. I'll be your guide in exploring Google Apps for education, for teaching and learning. In Google for Education, teachers can connect and collaborate easily while staying on task. It gives teachers the freedom to spend more time personalizing the learning experience and less time managing it. Students can learn essential skills such as 21st century problem solving, which they can use it in their future careers. As such, the accessibility features will also help and assist every learner to do their best work. Google offers different useful applications that we can use to connect education to technology. This will help our teachers as a 21st century educators to innovate and find ways on how to make teaching and learning more exciting, engaging, effective, and flexible to the demands of the society. Let's re-explore the education experience by discovering new angles to create, collaborate, and communicate as one. Para sa bata, para sa bayan, at para sa guro. Ang pagkatuto huwag gawing komplikado. Sulong edukalidad.
Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETUlay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, ICTS EdTech. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive, and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETUlay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETUlay will bridge the gaps where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our modules, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na!
Good afternoon, maayong hapon to all the parents, teachers, and learners all over the Philippines watching us live through our official DepEd ETUlay FB page and DepEd ETUlay YouTube channel.
Yes, magandang hapon sa lahat ng mga mag-aral, guro at mga magulang na nakatutok ngayon. It's Tuesday and it's Choose English Day.
And still on screen, ang inyong alas sa English 4, this is Tutor Ace.
At ako naman po ang inyong katuwang tungo sa karunungan. This is Tutor Ann, all the way from the land of sweet surprises, Negros Occidental.
And of course, still seeing and believing the champions in you, we are your online tutors for English 4. All right, so Tutor Ann, hello, good afternoon.
Yes.
It's good to be back. I wasn't available last week for our tutorial session, but here I am. So let's not waste any time. Let's take this opportunity to give them our 1-minute shout out. Starting with, of course, we have here. I'm looking at our comment section. We have Yana Rain Leonardo. Good afternoon. We have Mac Prince. We also have here Heavenly Heart Tangian. Hello, hello. Syempre, mga regulars natin yan. Sino pa ba? I also have here Enrico Dalupan from watching from YouTube. There you go. I miss. Thank you, Enrico, for sabi niya, I miss Tutor Ace, and rest assured, I also miss you guys big time. Sino pa ba dyan, Tutor Ann?
Yes, tama ka dyan na Tutor Ace. Sigurado nga na-miss ka ng ating mga tuties ngayong hapon, di ba? At dahil dyan, sana ay nakapag-prepare ka ng konting talent number mamaya. But anyway, binabati rin natin, of course, sina Aaron, Jermer, and ayan, ang daming entries ni Mac Prince, di ba? Siguro yung iba, maya-maya pa makakasali sa atin. But anyway, Tutor Ace, let us grab this opportunity as well to greet our the DepEd TV Negros Occidental team, of
Yes.
course. We have here in the studio Sir Rafi, Sir Junray, Miss Ting, and of course Miss Joy. Ayan, good afternoon. And also to Sir Ike.
And
Ayan.
of course, we also have Sir RV of our
Oh,
DepEd TV
yes.
Negros
Of
Occidental team,
course.
right? All right, sige. So,
Nakalimutan si Sir RV.
for sure, meron kang, ano mamaya, pang, ano ba yung tawag doon? Yung yes, parang ganun sa ating language, pampalubag loob, alam mo na yun, kung ano ibig sabihin. Right? But anyway,
Yes, I
um,
understand you.
ano nga ba yun? Sige. So here we have, syempre, our reminders for our champion learners. Huwag nating kalimutan to always show respect, especially sa ating comment section. And of course, one major requirement that we have for them is to do what exactly, Tutor Ann?
Yes, and of course, sana wag rin nilang kalimutan na i-click ang ating share button, share our online tutorial this afternoon at ang marami pa ang makasali sa atin ngayong hapon. And before we move on to the next slide, Shooter Ace would like to also greet Zach, Lian, David, hindi ka palit. Ano lang, saktong-sakto ka lang sa time, di ba? And also Charmaine Fayet Soriano. Ayan, good afternoon.
Yes, McPrince, thank you so much for sharing, Yana Rain. The same. Na-share ko na po. Thank you sa inyong lahat. Eileen, thank you so much. You know what, Tutor Ann? Let's not waste any more time. Why don't we reveal? Correct me if I'm wrong, because you gave them an activity last week that they're going to have to submit their own stories, right, based on a couple of factors or a couple of details that you've provided to them last week. So why don't we reveal our star writer for English for that particular activity right now? Diba? Sige. So, syempre, eto na ba? Big reveal na ba tayo, Tutor Ann?
Yes, let's reveal our star writer.
Wala akong
Actually,
drum roll ngayon eh.
yeah. At
Ano,
itong
ano,
napili
Tutor Ann?
namin for this
Mhm.
for the challenge last week. Ayan, actually
Yes,
lahat naman
ayun.
sila Tutor Ace magaganda, 'di ba? But this
Correct.
one was able to talagang umangat, 'di ba? But the rest are have done a really great job in their outputs.
That is correct, Tutor Ann. So, our star writer for English 4 is none other than. All right, there you go. Congratulations. We have Yana Rain Leonardo,
Yeah.
our also one of our quarter four week one champions. Syempre, with her advisor, Mrs. Evelyn and Francisco, and she's from Tilapayang Elementary School. Ang galing-galing ng gawa ni Yana Rain. So why don't we share to the rest of our champion learners what Yana Rain submitted to us, diba? So this
Yes.
one here is entitled "The Two Men Who Got Lost in the Cave." Yan yan. So shall I start with the first part, Tutor Ann? Okay, so if you can recall, champion learners, yung binigay sa inyo ni Tutor Ann, you were supposed to follow the graphic organizer that she provided last week. Wherein you're going to have to plot the beginning, the middle, and the end. So this is how Yana Rain's story goes. Okay, so Ben and Fred are brothers. Ben likes tourist attractions while Fred loves food. One day, Ben told Fred that they would visit a cave. Fred was very excited, so he packed his clothes, flashlight, water, and food. After a long drive, they reached the cave. Both of them were amazed at the cave. Ben is walking and Fred is eating his favorite biscuit. Fred's crushed biscuits were falling as they walked. They are tired of exploring the cave and they decided to go home, but they didn't know the way out of the cave. They're lost. And
Shall I
Tutor Ann?
continue?
Yeah,
Ayan,
yes,
ako pala
please.
yung
Ayan.
hinihintay. Sige. They check if there are any footprints or handprints in the way, but they saw nothing. They only found crushed biscuits on the way, and suddenly they realized that the crushed biscuits could help them find the way out of the cave. And the ending to it, they followed the crushed biscuits so that they could go home. They picked up the biscuits as they walked to keep the cave clean. They walked for about an hour until they saw the exit. They got out of the cave. Ayan.
Ayun. So congratulations, Yana Rain. This actually, I couldn't help uh, remember the story of Hansel and Gretel with Yana Rain's story, diba? Wherein crumbs of bread were actually left, and that was used to actually find their way out of whatever situation they were in.
Yes,
In this
tama yan.
case,
Ah,
nawala sila sa cave, eh,
bali,
diba?
Bale
Mhm.
ano, Tutor Ace, yung lesson natin dito kapag ikaw ay pupunta sa isang lugar na you're not familiar with, just make sure that you have something to eat, 'di ba? Para may mga
Yun.
crumbs ka rin na ano, ano ba,
Ak- na
maiiwan. Ayan,
maiwan.
thank you so much, Sir Rafi.
All right, and syempre, I always do that. Rest assured, kahit anong kahit anong lakad yan, parati ako may baon, sure Ann, para hindi ako mawala.
Yes, tama
All
'yan, 'di
right,
ba?
but
O sabi dito
yes.
sabi
Mhm.
dito ni Eileen, "Wow, what a good story." Ayan, 'di
Yes,
ba?
kidding aside, it definitely is, right? So I would agree with you, Eileen, and of course, congratulations, sabi ni Eileen, Tiana. All right, so syempre, we also had a lot of stories. Our champion learners submitted their own stories, and needless to say, syempre, we were very impressed by what they've submitted, and we really had, quite a difficult time in identifying kung alin ba yung yung mas aangat kasi almost at the same level, di ba? So anyway, here goes. One of our quarter four week one champions. We have none other than McPrince Life Niepes. Congratulations as well. And I think we're going to be posting this one, right? Cheater Ann?
Yes,
We're going
the
to be
rest of their
posting.
works
Mhm.
yes, the rest of their works will be featured in our page, later, ayan.
Ayan. So, sino pa ba yung nag-submit sa atin ng kanilang stories?
Yes, we also have here Heavenly Tanghian of San Roque Elementary School, kasunod naman ni Heavenly. We also have here Eileen Joy Okot, of course, of New Corella Central Elementary School SPED Center.
And of course, we also have here Joyce and Manuel from San Pedro Villa Concepcion Elementary School. Thank you so much for submitting your output. And we also have here Lawton C. Evangelista III from Francisco Benitez Elementary School. Thank you, Lawton, and congratulations. Who else do we have there?
Yes. We also have here Aaron Richard Z. Elenon of Francisco Benitez Elementary School.
All right,
Ayan.
there you go. So congratulations once again to everyone who participated sa binigay na activity ni Tutor Ann last week. And yes, Tutor Ann, I think we are on our second week, right? Ang bilis ng panahon.
Yes, konting ano na lang, konting push na lang at saka
Konting
mag-e-end
push.
ng, school year natin, 'di ba? School year 2021-2022.
That is correct. And our topic for this afternoon is write is writing a reaction story about a story read. All right. So I believe that our champion learners are ready with their modules, papers, and pen. So if you are ready, kindly comment sa ating comment section. Let us know. Ready na bang lahat para sa ating activity or para sa ating discussion ngayong hapon? And while we're waiting for your replies, uh, let's have a recap of what we've discussed last week. Syempre, Chudaran, you had a session with them about writing a short story and a discussion on fiction and nonfiction, and the differences between the both of them, right?
Tama, and of course, now we will be focusing on how to write a reaction about a story read naman. So dito magbibigay lang tayo ng mga reaksyon based on what the author has written.
All right. So of course, we also would like to thank um, the following divisions, the following regions for the modules that we are using for quarter four. We have SDO Navotas for as one of our reference modules, and we also would like to thank Region Six. SDO Aklan, Schools Division Office of Aklan. Thank you so much for the very comprehensive module. Napakadaling intindihan at napakadaling intindihan talaga. All right, so ano ba yung objectives natin, Chiran,
Yes,
for
our
this afternoon?
objectives. Ayan, our objectives for this afternoon at the end of the tutorial, you should be able to do the following. Note the important details in the story, answer the questions based on the story read, and lastly is for you to be able to write a reaction about a story read. At ito na nga, Tutor Ace, talagang handang-handa na ang ating mga tuties. Sabi nila, they are really ready with their emojis and their exclamation points in the comments section.
That is correct, Shooter. And so, eto na, let's revisit past knowledge. We have here an activity for you. All right, I might have pressed something there. Okay, let me. All right, masyadong na-excite si Shooter Ace eh.
Yes, habang
Ayon,
ayan, bumalik na
ayan na
nga.
ba? Okay,
Yes.
there you go. Sige, teka lang. Let me set it up one more time. Give me a
Sige,
couple of seconds for
habang
this one.
alright. So, habang hinihintay natin si Tutor Ace, eto meron nag-comment, sabi ni McPrince, "Thank you po tutors for still recognizing us even our outputs are not there." Actually, McPrince, your outputs will still be featured in our page maya-maya lamang.
That
And
is correct.
congratulations once again to everyone who were able to submit their outputs for our challenge, extra activity last week. So, keep it up, guys.
All right, so here goes our activity for this afternoon. Ito yung directions natin. Read and understand each question and choose the letter of the correct answer. Allow me to start with number one. Which of the following is an example of nonfiction? We have here our choices. Letter A, cartoon on TV. Letter B, life cycle of a frog. Letter C, a story about mermaids. And letter D, a book about a fish that dances. All right, so champion learners, alin sa choices natin yung non-fiction?
Ayan, and we have answers already here at Tutor Ace. We have from McPrince, Heavenly, and Zach Lian, and also from Aaron. Sabi nila, nonfiction is letter B, life
Mhm.
cycle of a frog. Are they correct?
Tignan nga natin. All right, so the answer for number one is indeed letter B, non-fiction, right? So life cycle of a frog is an example of a work, non-fiction uh, article or literary selection or something like that. Sige, number two, Tutor Ann.
All right, number two tayo. It refers to the stories that are based on events that are not real. Is it A, story, B, fiction, C, nonfiction, or D, narration? So, alin dyan ang tinutukoy ng ating
Mhm.
item number two? Is it A, B, C, or D?
Tutor Ann, we have here Yana Rain and McPrince saying that the answer is letter B. That is fiction. We also have Jaira Mir saying that it's letter B, and we also have some of our champion learners are saying or are giving a different answer. But tignan natin, ano ba yung tamang sagot dito? So the keyword here, the keywords are events that are not real, di ba? So what is the correct
Mhm.
answer for number two?
All right, for number two, the correct answer, of course, is the letter B, fiction.
That is
Ayan.
correct. All right. So number three, what element of the story tells where it happened? Letter A, we have setting. B, plot. Letter C, character. And D, conflict. All
All
right. So that's
right, let's
question number
see.
three. Mhm.
For number three kaya, alin dito ang tamang sagot?
We're
Ayan,
talking
eto
about
na.
where the story happened. All right. So we have here answers.
Yep.
Yes.
Eto ng mga sagot. Shooter Ace from McPrince, Kathleen, Jermer, Jacob, and Diana. They all answered letter A, setting. A, setting. Tama nga ba ang kanilang sagot, Shooter Ace?
For number three, the correct answer is indeed setting. All right. So that's it for our review for this afternoon. Kiddos, let us know your scores. I believe that they were able to get a perfect score for this one, right, Tutor Ann?
Tama.
All right. So, Gian, no worries. Sabi ni Gian, good afternoon po. Sorry po, late daw siya. That's okay, Gian. Nasa review part pa lang naman tayo. So, while we're waiting for their scores, Tutor Ann, we have here another activity for them, another challenge. Diba? So,
All right.
here we have the directions. But before that, I think we already have their scores sa ating comment section, diba?
Yes, Tutor Ace, andito na ang kanilang mga
Mhm.
scores. We have your Gian, Jermer, Kathleen, Yana, Eileen, and Zach Leon McPrince who got the perfect score sa ating activity kanina. And of course, we have Eileen also got the perfect score. Congratulations sa lahat ng mga nag-participate sa ating first activity pa lang yan, review pa lang for today. So dito sisimulan na natin ang ating first activity related to our topic. So bago natin, before we go deeper into our lesson for this afternoon, let us first do this one. Let us read the story and answer the questions that follow. Make sure to choose only the letter of your choice. Ayan, simulan na natin, Tutor Ace, with item number one. Pero bago yan, babasahin muna natin yung
Siyempre,
kwento.
may
Ayan.
babasahin pa tayo. All right, so the story is, the title of the story is The Heart and the Hunter. Ayon. So allow me to start with, reading the selection. And of course, syempre, champion learners, I would like you to also read sa kung saan man kayo ngayon, nasa kwarto, nasa kung saan man, as long as you're nakatuto kayo sa ating ETUlay session this afternoon, Tutor Ann and I, we would very much appreciate it if you would read along with us, diba? Sige. So the heart was once drinking from a pool and admiring the noble figure he made there. Ah, said he, where can you see such noble horns as these, with such antlers? I wish I had legs more worthy to bear such a noble crown. It is a pity that they are so slim and slight. At that moment, a hunter approached and sent an arrow whistling after him.
Okay, let me continue. Away bounded the hart, and soon by the aid of his nimble legs was nearly out of sight of the hunter. But not noticing where he was going, he passed under some trees with branches growing low down in which his antlers were caught so that the hunter had time to come up. Alas, alas, cried the hart, we often despise what is most useful to us. So eto, item number one na. For
Yes,
number
ayan.
one, the question is, what is the title of the story? Is it A, The Heart, B, The Hunter, C, The Heart and the Hunter? So, alin dyan yung tamang sagot for number one?
All right, so Tutor Ann, ang bibilis ng ating mga champion learners. We already have answers from Prince, Eileen, Jaidomir, Yana, Aaron, who else? Zach, hello. Gian also giving us answer here. Sabi nila, Tutor Ann, it's letter C, the heart and the hunter. Is that the correct answer though?
And of course, ang tamang sagot dito for number one is letter C, The Heart and the Hunter.
Ayun, job well done, everyone. And second question, who are the characters in the story? Sige, same choices pa rin tayo. So,
Tama?
mhm. Hello, Zachary and David. Hello. All right. So once again, the question is, who are the characters in the story?
At ito na nga, tutor is
Mhm.
meron na tayong sagot for number two from McPrince, Zaclian, Heavenly, Yana, and Jermer. Sabi nila letter C. Letter C for number two, The Heart and the Hunter. Tama ba sila, tutor Ace?
For number two, the correct answer is still it's letter C, the heart and the hunter. Okay. So third question.
For number three, what is the setting of the story? Is it A, in the pool, B, in the forest, or C, on the bridge? Alin dyan ang
Mhm.
tamang sagot? Ayan. Saan kaya
Tignan nga
nangyari?
natin. All right, so I already have here Tutor and Jacob Estrella saying that it's letter B. McPrince, Eileen, who else? They all answered letter B. Jairemir saying also it's letter B, in the forest. Zach Leon the same. Ano ba yung tamang sagot dito, Tutor Ann?
All right, for number three, ang tamang sagot ay letter B, in the forest.
There you
Ayan.
go. And for number four, the question is, what is the conflict of the story? Is that letter A, the heart was able to escape the hunter? Or letter B, the heart was once drinking from a pool? Or letter C, a hunter approached and sent an arrow whistling after the heart?
Ayan, for number four, ano kaya ang tamang sagot dito? Nauna nang sumagot si Jermer, sabi niya letter C. Letter C daw ang sagot for number four. Tutor Ace, tama nga ba? Letter C nga ba?
Eto, sabi ni Eileen, letter C with a question mark. Parang hindi sigurado si Eileen, pero tignan nga natin. Okay, number four. Yes, indeed, the correct answer is letter C. A hunter approached and sent an arrow whistling after the heart. And number five question tayo.
All right, for number five, what is the solution to the story? Is it A, the heart was once drinking in the pool? B, the heart was able to escape the hunter? C, a hunter approached and sent an arrow whistling after the heart? So, alin kaya dito
Mhm.
yung makakasolve sa problem sa ating story? For number five.
Kung kanina conflict, eto naman yung solution naman tayo, di ba? All right, so Tutor Ann, answers are coming in. We have Jacob, Jairomir, McPrince, Eileen, uh, Gian, they're all saying that the correct answer there is letter B. The hart was able to escape the hunter. Is that the correct answer though?
All right, let's find out for number five. The solution to the story is letter B. The hart was able to
Ayon.
escape the hunter. Ayan.
Congratulations. Speaking of which, kamusta naman yung puso mo ngayon,
Yes.
Tutor Ann? Hindi, joke lang.
My parang sasagot talaga ako sa tanong mo, no?
Pero interesting enough, pag sinabi nating heart, ano nga ba to, Tutor Ann? Yung HART dito?
This refers to the male adult peer. Ayan.
Yun. Ayun, ang galing-galing.
Pang-pa-add
So,
sa ating vocabulary, di ba?
that is correct, Tutor Ann. So anyway, we would like to know your scores. Everyone, kindly comment your scores. Gusto naming malaman, I believe, judging by their answers kanina, I believe that most of them, if not all of them, actually got a perfect score sa ating paunang activity. Right?
At
So,
hindi ka nga dyan nagkakamali, Shooter Ace,
mhm,
dahil marami sa kanilang nakakuha ng perfect score. Javier Gian, Eileen, Aaron, Jermer, Yana, Zach, Lian.
I love that.
Ayan. So
Congratulations, everyone.
congratulations to everyone.
Okay, so here we have another activity for them. This time, we would like to know their reaction based on the pictures shown for each item. And champion learners, since I've noticed ang gagaling at ang mahilig silang gumamit ng mga emojis, right? So we would like to know, ano ba yung reaction ninyo? We have here a smile emoji. Correct me, Churan, if tama ba yung pagtawag ko dito. An angry emoji and a sad emoji. Tama ba? Yun ba yung tawag
Yes,
doon?
yes, yes.
Ayun. Sige. So, shall we begin with the first picture?
All right, let's show the first picture. Eto.
Mhm.
Ayan. So what would be your reaction to the scenario presented to you in this picture?
Ano kayang nangyayari dyan? Alright. So, sabi ni Aaron, he feels sad when he sees this picture of two boys uh, pulling against
Nag-aagawan
each
sila,
other. Yes,
yes.
nag-aagawan. Is it a bunny or something? Di ba? Parang bunny yan eh. Alright, McPrince also feels sad about it. Zach, angry, a little bit angry. Jacob, flushing red with anger.
Ayun,
And
talagang disagree siya
galit
sa
na galit.
pinapakita ng dalawang bata dito, ayan.
Yes, Gian also saddened by what's being shown in the picture. All right, so we really appreciate that, everyone. Why don't we go ahead with our second picture then?
Yes, eto, second picture, ayan.
Mhm.
So ano kayang magiging reaction ng ating cuties dito for picture number 2?
Ayun. So, and I think what they can do is, syempre, maglagay ng item number before the reaction
Tama.
so that we're not confused, di ba? Baka nagre-react pa sila for picture number one. But anyway, we have here, sige nga, tingnan natin, Jaromir, happy. Heavenly Heart, also happy. McPrince, smiling with the teeth showing. Ayun. Sino pa ba? Jaromir also smiling. Yana Rain, the
Tapos
same. Mhm.
sabi ni Eileen Shooter Ace, happy because,
Correct.
asa na ba yun? It's all about helping others. At tama naman talaga si
Tama nga
Eileen.
naman, di
Ayan.
ba? So, sige. So, all of your reactions have been noted. So far, lahat sila very happy with what they're seeing
Yes,
in the picture. And I really appreciate that because it shows na yung mga champion learners natin, they have compassion. Tama?
tama.
Ayun.
Yes.
So, proceed tayo with our third picture. How do you feel
Eto,
about this one? Ano bang nangyayari dito?
eto for third picture, ano kaya ito? Ayan, happy din naman.
I think they're having a picnic
Ayan.
or a date or something, di ba?
Aha, may
Or
guitar pa.
may guitar
Guitar ba
pa.
yan? Yan. Eto
Sige, in the interest of guitar na
sabi
lang.
ni Eileen, happy touring.
Ayun. So Jacob's actually happy with also showing both his upper teeth and lower teeth. A huge grin at that, di ba? Sino pa ba? McPrince also with a smile emoji. Grace with a smile emoji and with heart symbols.
With the hearts.
That is correct. So far so good. They're all happy. They have the same reaction to the picture, diba? Eto naman.
Tama. All right, here's our fourth picture.
Mhm.
So, ano naman kaya yung magiging reaction ng ating cuties dito? And of course, basing on the picture, 'di ba, makikita natin tatlong bata na how would you describe this one, Tutor Ace?
I think they're malnourished and maybe asking for food. Parang ganun
Mhm.
yung nangyayari dyan sa picture na yan.
Yes, kaya
Zachary and David. Yes, go ahead
yes,
please,
kaya
Tutor Ann.
kaya nga Tutor Ace, 'di na napigilan talaga ni Zack Lian na umiyak dito sa
Tama.
ating comment section. Hindi lang talaga sad, dapat
That
may
is
ano, may
correct.
tears.
That is correct. So yes, almost everyone in the comment section are
Yes.
saying that they're saddened by what they're seeing in the picture. And here's I like this one. Sabi ni Eileen, I want to help them. Ayun. So thank you for that one, Eileen. Sige. Picture number 5 tayo, Chiran.
Ayan, last picture na natin ito. Ano kayang magiging reaction ng ating mga cuties for picture number 5?
Mm-hmm.
Sige nga. And
All right.
this one, of course, it's a picture of a family, right, Tutor Ace?
That is correct, Chiran. So sabi dito ni Heavenly Heart, nagbigay siya ng smile emoji. Same with McPrince, Jacob, Yana Rain, Gian, Zach Leon. I believe these are tears of joy. Parang ganon, di ba? All right, sino pa ba? Aaron also happy with that with the picture that we are flashing on their screens right now. Yes, McPrince, reason they are doing family bonding. Tama yan, McPrince. So, Yuna Samantha Guerrero also giving us a smile emoji right there. So, I believe that that's it for this particular activity,
Yes.
Turan. Thank you for your
Yes, tama
reactions.
yan, Tutor Ace. And of course, dahil nagbigay sila ng ating reaction, of course, with all the pictures that we've presented to them, of course, talagang makikita natin, Tutor Ace, that each picture, of course, has a story to tell. And it's quite good that our tuties were able to give their reactions through the emojis sa scenario na ipinapakita ng bawat litrato. Okay? Next slide tayo, Tutor Ace. It's very important, a skill wherein they would be able to, of course, express how they feel towards the ideas presented not only in the pictures but in a story that they are reading. So in writing a reaction, here is the thing that you have to put in mind. In writing a reaction or response to a certain story, the writer requires to analyze a text, then develop commentary related to it. So it's either you agree or you disagree with what the author has written.
That is correct, Shooter. And gaya ng kanina, they were looking at the picture, trying to analyze exactly what's going on, and that was where they based their reactions from, diba? So
Yes,
whether
tama
the
yan.
picture made them sad or happy, they didn't just type in an emoji and then send it sa ating comment section. They had to really analyze it. Gaya nga ng sinabi mo, analyze the text, then develop a commentary related to it. And speaking of which, we have three main parts. We have the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. Now, talking about the introduction, ano ba yung nangyayari dyan? Um, when we do the introduction, we present a brief summary of the text under analysis and mention its title, the author, and the year of publication. This is what happens when we try to give a reaction to a particular text. Siyempre, we follow a format for that. After the introduction, that's where the body comes in. Dito na natin nilalagay. We demonstrate that you have understood the ideas of the author and the general problem of the text. After which, we have the conclusion, and this is the part where we express your attitude towards the text and its parts. And
Yes.
do you have a couple of tips for them,
Tama yan,
Jiran?
Tutor Ace. In writing a good reaction, you should also bear the following in mind. The first one is read attentively and take notes. So it's very important to take note of the significant details in a story. So try to catch every important idea, and in order not to miss anything, you have to take notes. So for our sa ating susunod na activity maya-maya, please prepare your pens and paper kasi kailangan nyo talagang mag-take down notes. Ayan.
Yes, number two tip, limit the number of words. Champion learners, you have to remember that a successful reaction paper is quite a short piece of writing. You are expected to focus on several points which you support or not. Hindi kailangan masyadong mahaba. Just, just identify. Gaya ng sinabi Churan, identify or mag-take down notes. And then yun yung gagamitin ninyo. You're gonna have to go back to those notes and syempre, you're gonna have to agree or disagree with those points na nailista ninyo. All right. What's our third tip, Tutor Ann?
For number three, write a summary of the text. So, simulan natin with the introduction. Present a brief summary. Kanina, sinabi na to ni Tutor Ace of the text and
Correct.
mention its title, the author, and the year of publication. And then describe the main idea of the text, the main problems, and the questions. Ayan.
Okay, so after the introduction, syempre, you have to go to the body we're in, and that's the part where you analyze the key points. Remember, we're talking about your reaction, which means you're free to agree or disagree with the author. Pero here's the thing, hindi mo pa pwedeng sasabihin na nag-agree ako dahil gusto ko lang, parang ganon. I disagree dahil gusto ko lang. Remember, you have to rely on the evidence from the text. And where are you going to get this evidence? Siyempre, sa notes na nakuha ninyo.
Yes, tama yan. And of course, we have the fifth reminder here. Write a good concluding part. So summarize how your point of
Mhm.
view differs from the authors and what ideas you share with him. Ayan. So yan lang naman yung mga dapat nating tandaan in giving a reaction to a story that you read.
All right, so sige, tingnan nga natin. Why don't we test their knowledge to their end, test their understanding ng ating discussion for this afternoon. Ito yung directions natin. Read the story and answer the following questions. Okay, McPrince. Sabi ni McPrince, we have the title. Ito, nag-summarize pa si McPrince. Very thank you so much for that. McPrince, we have here, sabi niya, the title or the introduction should contain the summary of the story. The body should contain the reaction to the story, and the conclusion, the reason of that particular reaction. Ayon. Sige. Thank you for that one, McPrince. That's one way of doing it.
Yes.
Tama yan.
At eto na nga, Tutor A, simulan naman natin yung panibagong activity. So, they have to read the story and then questions will follow right after. So, sisimulan ko na ba? Tutor Ace,
Yes,
with the
please, Turan.
selection? All right, so our text this afternoon is entitled The Water Lily by Florence B. Ricardo and John Dennis S. Mena. Okay, long time ago, there lived a couple named Mang Ben and Aling Linda in Barangay Santa Ana. They had two children and lived peacefully in a shanty near the river. Near their barangay, big and healthy bunches of water lily were seen. These caused the residents to suffer from flood, especially when there is a heavy rain. The couple thought of a way on how to reduce and control the rapid growth of these plants. They helped each other to gather the water lilies and put them first in a corner for drying.
And to continue, Mang Ben tried to weave a mat, and his wife was amazed of what he saw. Oh, that's beautiful. Maybe you can make other things aside from this mat, said Aling Linda. So, Mang Ben created other things like bags, baskets, wallets, slippers, and other products. They tried to sell the products and were easily sold to the community. The couple was very happy because they earned much. Linda, help me make more products, Mang Ben said.
From then on, making products out of water lilies became their source of living. It helped them a lot. They also shared their skills in making products to their neighbors who had no work. They never thought that water lilies, which caused flood, was a great help to the community. They were able to discover that it can be a primary source of income. They used indigenous material, which is safe to the environment. With their new source of income from water lily products, the family had a better life.
All right, so first question tayo, Tutor Ann. What is the title of the story? Champion
Alright,
learners?
yes. Sige nga kung sila ba talaga ay take down notes kanina sa ating story. Ano kaya yung title ng ating tekstong binasa kanina?
Eto,
Sige.
McPrince, sabi niya, the water lily. Aaron, also the same, the water lily. Eileen, the water lily. What is the correct answer, Tutor Ann?
Ang aking internet connection is
Ayan.
quite a little bit delay. Pero ano nga ba yung tamang sagot, Shooter Ace?
Yes, the correct answer is indeed the water lily. Ayun. So congratulations, everyone. So far, so good. Let's proceed with question number two.
Sige, go for it, Tutor Ace.
Yon. So, Chitter Ann, who are the authors of the story? Sige nga, if they were, if sinunod ba nila yung tips natin sa kanila that they have to take down notes. Alright, so ayun, medyo nagkakaproblema si Tutor Ann sa kanyang internet connection, but I'm sure that she's going to be able to join us in a short while. So once again, champion learners, who are the authors of the story? Sino ba yung mga nagsulat nun? Okay, sige. All right, I have here an answer from Zach. Sabi niya, Mang Ben at Linda daw. Tingnan nga natin. What is the correct answer? Sige, sabi ni Heavenly, Florence B. Ricardo and John Dennis S. Mena. I'm also getting the same answer from Jairomir and Eileen. The correct answer there is for number two. That's indeed Florence B. Ricardo and John Dennis S. Mena. Okay, congratulations. Number three, what part of the story do you like best? Eto, champion learners, we actually have different answers for this one. Um, and it's not really gonna matter kasi we're asking you, alin ba doon yung nagustuhan ninyo? You can maybe summarize your answers. Maybe you can give us a phrase or maybe a sentence. Zach Leanne, no worries about that, dear. That's perfectly fine. All right. So number three, what part of the story do you like best? Tignan niya natin. Eto, Prince, sabi niya, when Mang Ben and Aling Linda think of an action or thought of an action for the water lilies. That was your favorite part, trying to basically Mang Linda and Mang Ben, Mang Linda tuloy. Mang Ben and Aling Linda, they were thinking of a solution to a particular problem. Eto naman, sabi ni Heavenly, when the families make Lily as their source of income. Ayun. So they were able to convert a problem and to an income generating solution. Parang ganon. Zach Leon, sabi niya, when they show the neighbors that they can make things with the lilies or out of the water lilies. Ang galing ng mga answers ninyo. Yana Rain, I like the part that they made products using water lilies po. Ang galing. So thank you so much for that one. Sige. So let's proceed with our assessment for this afternoon. We don't have much time kaya medyo bilisan natin itong part na to. So eto naman, directions. Read the story and answer the question below. Everyone, champion learners, take note and welcome back, Tutor Ann. All right. So
Yay!
go,
Ako po
Tutor
ay
Ann. Eto na.
nakabalik.
Nakapag-establish na lang connection. All right. So, I was telling them, Tutor Ann, to read the story. Ito, binibigay ko sa kanila yung directions. And they're going to have to answer the question below, the one that's being flashed there. Kindly take note of this one. Do you agree with what Aling Sita did in the story? Why or why not? As to what Aling Sita did, that's what we're going to find out. Diba?
Yes, tama
All
yan na
right.
Tutor Ace. So, shall we proceed with the story or
Yes, please.
all right, sige. Bibilisan natin to. So let's begin. The story is entitled The Forgiving Crocodile by Desiree F. Gabatino. Long time ago near the riverbank of Majangat River, Solano, Nueva Vizcaya, there lived a crocodile family, Buwahaya, the mother, and her two little babies. Buwahaya, the mother, was always busy hunting food for her family. Whenever she was out of their home, she was always worried about her two little babies because nobody was taking care of them.
One day, while she was at the forest near the river, busy hunting for food, she found an old lady who was pale and sickly, picking up fruits to eat. She was about to swallow her, but the old lady asked pitifully from Buwahaya and promised to do anything for Buwahaya in return. Buwahaya felt pity for her. Then she remembered her two little babies who needed somebody to take care of them when she's out. So Buwahaya brought with her Aling Sita, the old lady. The crocodile asked Alincita to take care of her two little babies, and in return, she will take care of her and bring her delicious food to eat.
So every day, Alincita sings that song to the two little baby crocodiles and hit them when they won't sleep. When Mother Crocodile comes home, she always brings delicious and nutritious food for Alincita. Sita. The old lady was so happy and promised to keep an eye for her baby crocodiles and never mistreat the two. But in contrast, as soon as Buahaya leaves their home, the old lady sits all day without looking after the two baby crocodiles. When it's about time for Buahaya to arrive, Aling Sita gets up. She hurriedly feeds and bathes them and cleans up the mess.
As soon as Mother Crocodile arrives, she checks her children if they are clean, well fed, and have enough sleep. Alincita always says, "Well, your children are well taken good care. I worked all day to feed them, clean them up, and let them sleep." Buwahaya was very grateful to Alincita with the good deeds she's showing to her children. As a sign of gratitude, Mother Crocodile daily uh, brings her delicious foods to eat. All right, I think we just might be having a little bit of a problem with that particular sentence. As a sign of gratitude, Mother Crocodile brings her delicious food to eat on a daily basis. Parang ganon. All right. So one day, Buwahaya was so curious in how the old lady takes good care of her two little babies. She secretly hid behind and observed what the old lady does and when she was out. As usual, Alencita sits all day and beats the babies when they don't sleep. When the babies are about to sleep, she sang them a lullaby. La la la, sleep now, ugly crocodiles. You're both awful. Your smell is so unpleasant. I hate crocodiles like you. La la la. Yeah, I'm not sure. Parang nasa
Ang ganda
aventura
ng
ka ba?
lalabay.
Ayan,
All
so
right. So
nagulat ako
upon
dun.
hearing Aling Sita's song, Buahaya grew in anger. She went away and found food for her babies. She also gathered food for Aling Sita. But instead of delicious food, Buahaya collected all the snakes near the river and placed them in the basket for Aling Sita. As soon as Buahaya arrived home, she handed the basket to Aling Sita. Alincita, this is for you. I gather the best food for you today of the good deeds you've been always doing for my little babies. Thank you so much, Buwahaya. Alincita answered happily. Alincita opened the basket eagerly. Upon opening, she was shocked. Snakes were coming out from the basket.
Ayan. All right, so to continue, that's your price for being rude to my babies. I was so kind to you, but you treated my babies foolishly, said Buwahaya angrily. Please forgive me, Buhaya. I have been a fool for the past days. Forgive me for my foolishness, pleaded Aling Sita. I promise that I will never do the same again, added the frightened old lady. Though seemed unexpected, Buhaya had forgiven Aling Sita. From then on, Aling Sita changed her ways and took good care of the two little babies of Buhaya. All right, so that's
Ayan.
the end of our story.
Yes, that's the end of the story. So, do you agree with how Aling Sita took care of Buwahaya's babies in the story? Why or why not? Ikaw kaya, Tutor Ace, kung ikaw ang tatanungin with this question, do you
Mhm.
agree with how Aling Sita took care of Buwahaya's babies?
Well, there are actually a lot of things that you have to consider. Remember, Aling Sita was supposed to be eaten by by uh, by Buwahaya, but then again, syempre, Buwahaya turned the other cheek. Hindi niya ginawa yon. Pero parang hindi pa rin natin ma-justify na ganun yung ginawa ni Aling Sita sa mga babies ni Buwahaya. But then again, that's my reaction. That's my opinion. Tingnan nga natin what our champion learners can say tungkol dyan.
Eto na nga, Tutor A, sabi ni McPrince, no, because he was being rude even though
Mhm.
Buhahaya's family was kinder. Exactly. I agree with the McPrince, diba? Um, I don't agree with how Aling Sita took care of the babies. She
Hmm.
only pretended that she was really taking good care of
Right.
them in front of Buahaya, but actually she's not. And she's singing that ugly lullaby. Hindi ko alam kung paano nakakatulog yung mga baby. Well, baby, so hindi nila alam kung ano pinagsasabi. Most probably ni Aling Sita, right?
Nung kinanta ko,
Ano
mas
nga ba
hindi
yun?
pa
Ano
sila
nga ba yun?
makakatulog.
Sige nga, Tutor Ace, ano nga ba yung tono muli
Wala
nung
akong
ano?
lyrics dito, Tutor. All right. But anyway, Heavenly here says that no, at first, because she's a big liar and rude to the babies and irresponsible. All right. Pero eto naman, sabi ni Zach Lian, Tutor Ann, in the start, no, because she was lying to the mother and she was doing wrong things to the babies. But at the end, yes, she became more kind to them. Hmm.
Yes, tama. Tama ka, Zach. 'Di ba? Merong change in the character of Aling Sita.
Yes. All right. And we have here Yuna saying that no, because Aling Sita, she's not being very nice. Yun naman yung punto ni Yuna, Samantha.
Yes, ato naman Tutor Ace, parang galit na galit si Aaron. Aling Sita, just ignore them. She was being a backstabber. Ayan.
Wow,
Galit na
yun.
galit talaga siya kay Aling
Galit na
Sita.
galit. Yes. So, ito yung sinasabi ni Aaron kasi she's reporting something else kapag nandun si Buhaya. She's saying that
Yes,
she's
tama.
taking good care of the children. But the moment that Buhaya turns her back and leaves for, in order to hunt for food, it's an entirely different story na. Diba? Ayon, sino pa ba? Who do we have there?
Eto, sabi ni Yana Rain, I disagree po because Buwahaya gives
Mhm.
Aling Sita food always, but Aling Sita doesn't take good care of Buwahaya's two babies po. Tama naman, 'di ba?
That
So
is
hindi niya
correct.
ni-reciprocate yung kindness na ipinakita ni Buwahaya towards her, right?
That is correct, Tutor Ann. And sabi ni Zach at the start, yeah, she was a liar. That is correct, Zach. So tingnan nga natin. Why don't we take all of their answers into account, and then let's give them this reminder whenever they're writing their reaction story, or rather their reaction to a particular story. All right. So remember, champion learners, that when you write a reaction about a certain story, it must compose of three main parts: the introduction, body, and conclusion.
Yes,
Okay, so
tama yan, Tutor Ace. Pero bago tayo mag-end, sabi dito ni Heavenly, in
mhm.
reality, nakakatakot siguro mag-alaga ng buwaya. Exactly,
Tama nga
Heavenly,
naman.
talaga. Pero si Tutor Ace, willing siya to sing that lullaby as well. Di ba, Tutor Ace?
Basta naalala ko lang din yung lalala eh. Lalala. Yun, baka masira pa, baka hindi na sila makatulog, hindi lang yung babies yung
Hindi,
hindi makatulog, pati yung
kakainin
mga
ka na
champion
lang, di ba?
learners natin.
Automatically kakainin ka na lang,
Nakakatakot
Tutor
yun.
Ace, kapag ano.
Yun. Kapag kinanta ko yun. Ganun ba? Right. But yes, here's the thing though, Tutor Ann. What if someone said that they agree with what Aling Sita did? Would we have accepted that? What do you think?
For me, I can't really say that I could be able to accept that if you
Yes,
would
of
agree to
course. Mhm.
what she did, 'di ba? Kasi in the first place, she was shown mercy by Buwahaya by not eating her, and she was also given a chance, 'di ba?
Mhm.
Na ano ayun, do parang may ano lang, may kapalit yung kindness ni
Yes.
Buwahaya towards her na kailangan niyang bantayan yung mga bata and all. But
Mhm.
still, Buhaya remained a very good crocodile towards her, right?
That is correct. Gaya ng sabi ni Heavenly, in reality, nakakatakot nga naman. But based on the story,
Pero mas gusto kong
mhm,
sinabi ni Heavenly dito, sana magpa-sample si Tutor Ace. Baka sa next natin na tutorial, magpa-sample si Tutor
abangan.
Ace.
Abangan natin. All right. But yes, but nevertheless, yeah, what I'm trying to say here is that whenever you provide your reaction, as long as you can also give evidence to support that particular reaction, that would be good. Diba? Because after all,
Yes,
that's what
tama,
we're going
tama.
after here with this sa ating lesson. So gaya ng sinabi ng mga answers nila kanina, they didn't just say no, they actually gave reasons on why they said no. Bakit disagree sila sa ginawa ni Aling Sita. And
Yes.
that's exactly what we're aiming for sa ating discussion this afternoon. All right, so I believe that would cap our afternoon. Tama ba, Tutor Ann?
Yes, tama yan na Tutor Ace. At
And of course, in behalf of the entire English Elementary team headed by Dr. Rubilin Pastrano, maraming salamat sa inyong patuloy na pagsuporta sa ating ETUlay English 4 at sa ibang programa pa ng ETUlay syempre.
And of course, for your feedback, comments, and suggestions, you could use the link on your screen or scan the QR code presented to you. And also, you could email us.
Yes,
Eto.
email us using this particular email address, edtech@deped.gov.ph. At syempre, susunod na po, Tutor Emmy and Tutor Joni for English 5. This has been Tutor Ace.
And this has been Shooter Ann. See you for on our next tutorial session. Ayan. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Ang husay naman. Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag ETUlay Level Up. Huwag aalis ha, dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan. Dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!